What is going on, guys? I am super excited to be here. I got to tell you, it's been a minute since I've been on a Facebook Live, but I'll share a little bit more as to why I'm on doing this today, a day after Christmas. So, with that being said, hope you had an incredible Christmas and you guys are gearing up for what I expect to be the best 2024. And that's actually why I'm on here today, guys, is I want to help you make 2024 not just the best year of your life, but the most profitable year of your life. So one of the things I'm going to do moving forward in 2024 is hopping on Facebook Live to do special pre-release podcast episodes for those that are following me on social media. And the other reason I want to be on here is to share special important messages like what I have to share with you today. So I believe, guys, that the number one mistake that I see real estate investors making today is that they're chasing single family deals, and as a result, they're experiencing inconsistent deal flow. They're riding the income roller coaster, right? Like they have one great month and then they have two bad months and then they have a good month and then bad month. It's this income roller coaster that I've experienced in my career. And it's not fun, right? It leads to inconsistent paydays, which creates all these other problems in the business. Having to deal with seller's remorse, right? How many times have you gone out and got a property under contract, and then a week or two later, you think everything's fine, and all of a sudden that seller is having cold feet, right? One of the reasons I see that happening is because there's so much competition going after these deals that you have shady buyers out there that are offering sellers that you're already working with more money, right? And so that's causing some seller's remorse. It's causing all these issues. It's unraveling your deal, right? Like I've been there. I've lived that for so many years. You have increased expenses, right? By and large, 99% of every real estate investor I talk to, they have increased expenses and they're decreasing, right? Their profit margins are being decreased. They're being squeezed, right? When I talk to somebody and their average profit margin was X a couple of years ago, today, 9 out of 10 times, it's significantly less. What about the management headaches, right? Like years ago, I built a team and we were wholesaling real estate. We were contracting real estate, selling it for a higher profit margin. And oftentimes, the people that you train will end up leaving to go do the very thing that you taught them to do, right? So you have management headaches, you have a high employee turnover, right? Like these are just some of the common mistakes. Like I have dealt with and experienced all these issues. And what I'm here to tell you today, guys, is that there's a better way, right? Like you don't have to keep banging your head trying to chase deals and trying to deal with all the competition, right? Like that's another problem in the single family space is that if you think about it, 99% of the population out there is not going to be the quote unquote motivated seller that you're after. Think about all the marketing that you do and all the potential opportunities you're throwing away because you're looking for that needle in a haystack, right? You're looking for the motivated seller who needs to sell their property at a discount in order for you to be able to make some money, right? And so in other words, guys, most sellers out there, most sellers that you contact are not going to be motivated. And when I tell you there's a better way, I can tell you that I believe in my heart of hearts that one of the best, if not the best niche within real estate is self-storage. And I say that for a number of reasons, right? One of which is self-storage, guys, is a business with the benefits of real estate. And so what do I mean by the benefits of real estate? You know, it's interesting. People often ask me like, Alex, what's the single greatest lesson you've learned when it comes to your real estate investing career, right? So I got started in 2005 in the single family space. And one of the biggest mistakes I've made, guys, is not acquiring cash flowing assets. In fact, it was 15, 16 years into my journey. And I looked around and yeah, I had made a bunch of money. I had provided a nice living for my family. But the challenge is that I wasn't acquiring any cash flowing producing assets. The irony is that I got into real estate because I wanted to reap the benefits and rewards that real estate gives, right? Cash flow, appreciation, depreciation. Like you have all these tax benefits. And yet I got sucked into chasing deals and riding that income roller coaster. I know with certainty there are people listening to this now, people that are going to hear this in the future that can relate because 9 out of 10 conversations I have with single family real estate investors, they share with me the same pain points, right? Like their income does this. They're constantly like chasing deals. They're fighting against shady buyers or motivated sellers who all of a sudden are no longer motivated. I can tell you that since I transitioned into storage 2.5 years ago, I've experienced a lot of these benefits that I got into real estate because of the cash flow, the appreciation, the depreciation, the tax benefits. And yet I'm not working nearly as hard as I was before. Now, don't get me wrong. I'm not saying that this is like a press, like get rich quick scheme, because it's not, right? Like anything worth doing is worth putting effort into. So hear me loud and clear. I'm not here saying that, hey, this is the easiest thing since sliced bread, but I will tell you that storage is a much easier and simpler business than single family, right? Like I spent years trying to automate and systematize a business that I came to realize has so many moving parts and so many variables that it becomes very, very difficult to automate and systemize, right? Like, how many single family businesses do you guys know have been out there and have been sold, right? Like, I don't know any. And if I do know of one, I can't really think of it. Another reason I love storage, guys, is because think of what just happened yesterday with Christmas. People are out buying stuff. People are constantly, like, we live in a consumerism society that people are always wanting to consume. They're wanting to acquire more. So whether we're in a good market, people are increasing their lifestyle. They're wanting to acquire more. They need space for that stuff, right? That's where storage comes in. Think about when we're in a down market and people want to downsize. They need space for their stuff. I can tell you one facility that I bought about 2 years ago has tenants that have been paying since that facility was built over 30 years ago. So storage is a very, very sticky business. When people move their stuff into a 10 by 10 or a 10 by 20, oftentimes they stay for well over a year to 2 years. In fact, most of our tenants have been with us since I acquired the facility. So that's just another reason I like storage. So since I transitioned into storage, guys, I own 813 units today, about 104,000 net rentable square feet. By the way, I was able to successfully do that without any of my own money. I didn't have to use my credit. I didn't need experience to get into storage, right? Like prior to 2.5 years ago, I had never acquired a commercial property, right? And I can tell you, even though people get intimidated because of the size of these deals, it's so much easier than single family. You don't have all the moving parts. I didn't have to go out and build a big team and automate and systematize and hire a bunch of people and spend all this money on marketing. I'm here to tell you guys that whether you're in the single family space or not, you don't need any experience. You don't need to use your own money. Anybody can buy and get their first storage deal. And that's why I'm on this Facebook Live today. Now, this isn't going to be for everybody, but I want to work with 5 to 7 people and personally work with them one-on-one to help you make money getting your first storage deal within 6 to 12 months. I'm so confident that I could do this because I have walked this path. I have transitioned from single family into storage with a lot of uncertainty. How am I going to do this? What is it going to look like? Do I need millions of dollars? I don't have experience, right? But I went out there and I found one of the best coaches and I learned the blueprint. I learned the game plan. And oftentimes people are out there complicating what this looks like. I know because on a weekly basis, people reach out and I hear the struggle and the pain point they have with the single family deals. By the way, one of the things I love about storage is that, so I've been involved in 5 storage transactions, 3 of which I own today, which I just alluded to. 2, I ended up getting under contract, and then I sold my contract and made $183,000 in net profits. Now, people oftentimes online talk about the money they make, and what my experience is that most of the time you're talking about revenue. The 183 grand is actual net profits hit the bank account. Here's the crazy thing about those 2 deals, guys. And I'm hesitant to share this because it's going to sound like I'm overstating it. I maybe had 5 hours of time into those 2 deals. Maybe 5 hours of time into those 2 deals. Now, I want to go ahead and put the CYA out there. Results aren't typical. You probably shouldn't listen to a word I'm saying. This is all an experience share. But I'm here to tell you that my belief is that anybody can do this, okay? And if you know me, you know that I'm not sharing this to brag or boast or pat myself on the back because, believe me, guys, I'm not the brightest, sharpest tool in the shed. Yes, I've been involved in real estate for a minute, but prior to 2 years ago, I had never done a storage deal. So if I can do this, I'm confident that anybody out there can do this without experience, without having to use any of your own money. In fact, I know people today that are going out there, getting storage deals and not spending any money on marketing. Like literally, like you have the tools available to you to go out and get your first storage deal under contract. So one of the things I want you to realize before I hop off this live is that, you know, in the single family space, so many people are going after the same quote unquote motivated sellers. We've already talked about the fact that 99% of these people are not motivated. I can tell you that there's not nearly as much competition when it comes to mom and pop storage operators. There are so many mom and pop storage operators out there that are looking to get out of the business and retire. In fact, I literally just had a conversation earlier this morning with a guy who called me who's got a 3 storage property portfolio in Tennessee. And the guy's been operating it for 40 plus years and he's done. He's like, Alex, I sold my furniture business. Now I want to get rid of my storage business. Like I just want out, right? So I can tell you that you don't have to keep banging your head, like competing with all these single family investors. And if you focus on storage in 2024, I believe that you can have the most profitable year of your life ever. I truly, truly believe that. So here's what I got for you guys today. No fancy sales page. No, I do have an offer for you, but I want to have a conversation with you. So I'm going to go ahead and put my my phone number on the screen, and I want you to text me the word storage deal, right? 305-318-6213. I want you to text me the word storage deal if you're interested in just having a conversation about what this could look like, because I'm confident that I could help a small limited number of people. I'm going to work with them one-on-one to help them make money and get your first storage deal within 6 to 12 months. Because I know the blueprint, I know the game plan, I know what it's like to transition from one business to another. And I'm confident that I could help my sister do this, who, if she watches this, she doesn't know the first thing about real estate. I love her. She's incredible. But like, I'm so confident I could help people because it's not complicated. Like literally anybody could do this. And it's not something that you're going to have to go out there and work 30, 40, 50 hours a week in order to make happen. So if you want to have a conversation about what that looks like, again, this isn't for everybody. There is going to be an investment. And so just text me storage deal 305-318-6213. Or you could just send me a private message and then we'll hop on a call, right? It won't be a long call. I'll kind of share with you what I got, how this looks like, make sure it's a good fit. Because again, this isn't going to work for everybody, and it's going to be first come, first serve for the right number of people. So that's all I got for you guys today. I hope you guys again enjoyed your Christmas and are gearing up for an incredible New Year. I see Wyatt Reed. This isn't so Wyatt. I appreciate you, man. Thanks for hopping on here, brother. My man Ricardo Rosales, thank you, man. I really, really appreciate that. And Nick Carlson, take him up on it. Nick, thank you, brother. I really appreciate it. Guys, I genuinely want to pour into the right people. I believe that I was put here to impact and influence other people's lives positively. And I know what this business has done for me. And I've made a ton of mistakes. Like I feel like I've banged my head and I've learned what not to do, which markets to go after, which markets not to go after. How to generate cash flow, how to increase your net worth. And so I really, really believe in this opportunity. So go ahead and text me, guys, 305-318-6213. I'll go ahead and put it up on the screen one more time. And with that being said, again, if you need anything, reach out. I really look forward to coming back on here in the next couple of days, and check out Monday's podcast episode. The podcast episode that's going to come out this coming Monday. I want you to check that out because I have another message for you. And again, guys, with that being said, I'm here to serve you any way I can. Reach out if you want to have a conversation about how I can help you get your first storage deal, 305-318-6213. And with that being said, I will catch you on the other side. Have an awesome, awesome day. Take care.